is judgment. The soul yearns for honor, and the flesh the hereafter. Look to those who walked before, to lead those who walk after. Shining is the land's light of justice. Ever flows the land's well of purpose. Walk free, walk free, walk free. Believe the lamb's alive, so believe.
Hey, welcome back everyone. Sorry I'm late. It was the only time I could take a certain meeting. Hey, when is this plus program? Share progress towards meeting plus. No, that's good. Hype train started. What? Umel, thank you. Velvet, thank you. Do I have to call you guys out more in the YouTube videos? Is that what's happening here? Oh, we are late, Firelord. We don't got time to listen to all of the chanting. To the singing. So anyways, yeah, I had a business meeting that I was planning, and I really wanted to meet these people, and they said the only time we can meet is today at 8, and this was like a week ago. And this is kind of like not how you should run your business, because as they said, this is the only time we can meet. I'm like, that's gonna delay my pledge. I can't take the business meetings. Oh, apologies subs. Hey, thank you. Okay, well, we should do Arm Veil more often. Please troll me, and then more apology subs. Much appreciated. Well, Ad's got the vocal shout out. Everyone else got the visual shout out. Because I couldn't remember who was with me in Ormvale. It was all just a blur of anger. Hype this train. It's very hard to have hype in this part of the game. It's like, yeah, hype Minfilia talk. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I'm making business decisions around my pledge. It's like, oh, I don't want to delay my pledge. I'm like, okay, I can meet you guys for 30 minutes. Turns out the meeting went over an hour. So, but it was good. I got the answers I needed. So. Am I ignoring her? Today I'm going into 2.4. That's right. Little pledge tracker here says 2.4. Unlock first. All right. Takashi-san says unlock first. I have to listen to the Lalafell. Otherwise he will bite my shins. Okay, so I've already got the Mystery Man quest. I picked it up. What's going on here? Who's this guy? Looking pretty good over there. It's a lot of ab armor. As if each individual ab requires armor like that. That's excessive. Come, little Goobu. Let us make with the funnies. All right. First up, Juice. Where's my juice? Alright, speak with the Ram Bros. Where are the Ram Bros? Oh man, my son just cooked popcorn and it smells amazing. I've got the Ifrit one, Firelord. What is this? This looks like a cannon. Also looks like a destroyed tower. We'll go with the latter. Chocobo. Oh, I haven't been here. Gotta clean up my map. Oh, Rambros. Here we go. What do you mean, which version? The hard version. Why, if it isn't Jeohei himself. I was not expecting such a celebrated guest. To what do I owe the honor of this visit? I'll check. You were directed here, you say, by a man clad in foreign garb. While the opportunity he spoke of must surely refer to our latest anthropogeographical endeavor. Quite how he came to know of it is another matter. All knowledge of this project was supposed to be restricted to my organization. But that is something for me to ponder in private. You are here now, and your services will, I am certain, prove invaluable. I must warn you, however, that the venture we have in mind is no simple excavation. An unprepared or incautious adventurer could very well find himself on an unplanned and unpleasant journey to Thal's solemn halls. Knowing this, do you still wish to lend us your cooperation? I rather thought you would say that. Your courage is scarcely a secret. Now the first. Jay, I thought it was you. Sid, where you been? What brings you to St. Koinak? Probably bastardized that. Don't tell me. The Alliance has sent you on another realm-shaking, history-making mission to lay low an apparently insuperable foe. Yes? No? Ah, I see you two are already acquainted. That is well, Master Garland. Our intrepid hero here caught wind of the forthcoming expedition and has kindly pledged to assist us. He has he? Glad to have you aboard, Jay. You don't have the faintest idea what you volunteered for, do you? Very well, let us begin at the beginning. That is an awesome hype train emote. The Sons of St. Koinak are tasked with unearthing the secrets of the long-fallen Allegan Empire, and this present endeavor aims to delve more deeply into the civilization's mysteries than ever before. But I know that look. In the event that you feel ill-equipped to contribute much on the subject of Allegan archaeology, I invite you to recall your encounter with the Ultima weapon. That mechanical monstrosity represented a feat of engineering far beyond aught Gar Lamald can presently achieve. Nerotal Skiva simply awoke it. I mention this by way of a reminder that you have had one might term extensive first-hand experience with a notable Allegan relic. In short, you're practically an archaeologist. Hello, Akari. Appreciate the drop. You grinding anything tonight? Now, to the core of the matter. Here in Mordona, there stands an entire Allegan structure which we have yet to investigate. I speak, of course, of the Crystal Tower. After witnessing the destructive capabilities of the Ultima weapon and the lesser moon Dalamud before it, it seems wise to treat any remnants from that era with the utmost caution. They must be analyzed, monitored, and above all, kept from falling into the wrong hands. To put it plain, I have no wish to see another megalomaniac Legatus wield one of those weapons. That was this thought which first moved me to contact the Sons and propose that the tower be explored. We just have this tower here that nobody bothered to explore for all these centuries. I mean, it's kind of an obvious place that's just begging to be explored. For several millennia, the Crystal Tower remained hidden, buried deep underground. But like so many other things that were better left undisturbed, the structure was freed from its stony prison by the great upheaval which accompanied the coming of the Seventh Umbrella era. Now stands revealed in all its splendor, a gleaming spear of crystal pointed at the bosom of the heavens. So it's only been around for 5 years, so that explains part of it. This tower plot is already more interesting than the last 2 streams of plot. Oh, a rock. Sid. You're... Oh. Oh, that's why they can't explore it. Okay. Problem solved. We believe the tower to be the repository of much of the ancients' wisdom. Unfortunately, its entrance is guarded by formidable defenses. We cannot so much as peep through the keyhole, much less foot inside. These defenses take the form of statues carved into the likeness of giant swordsmen. The 8 sentinels, as the sons are wont to call them, is the first barrier we must overcome. Why not simply fly over them in an airship, you ask? It's been tried before. Any vessel that ventures too close to the tower is blasted out of the air. We either destroy those statues or the front door is forever beyond our reach. Okay, let's go. Let's go solve the puzzle. My colleagues and I are ill-suited to negotiating such deadly hazards. Thus, if we are to gain access to the tower's secrets, we must needs employ the services of an experienced adventurer. I'm an experienced adventurer. It will be difficult and dangerous, Jay, but I can think of no finer man for the task. If I don't know better, I'd say you had a taste for these deadly escapades. I look forward to working with you again. There is much and more to be done before we can begin the expedition proper. Take some time to prepare yourself, and I shall explain the challenges that lie ahead. Speak with him once more. Our first objective is to reach the entrance of the Crystal Tower. As I previously mentioned, however, that will prove no easy task. The entrance is guarded by powerful defense mechanisms, each utilizing one of the 4 elements of fire, water, wind, or earth. Anyone attempting to simply stroll past these unsleeping sentinels invites swift obliteration. Based on Master Garland's analysis, however, we are reasonably certain that the attacks of the lethal contraptions can be reflected using a crystal of the corresponding element. I have crystals. Naturally, these crystals must be of surpassing clarity, free of the slightest impurities, much like the flawless specimens used by the Beastmen in their primal summoning rituals. Mayhap I should have said exactly like the specimens they use. Were there any other way, we would not ask this of you, but we need someone to enter the Beast Tribe stronghold and liberate their perfect crystals. Oh, you want me to steal? For the moment, I would have you focus on obtaining 2 of the 4 crystals we require. Pray, make for Lanos... I forget how to pronounce it properly. Lanosia. Is it Lanosia? Where both the Sapsa spawning grounds and Ugamaro mines are located. You may be certain that the materials used in the Beastman's sacred rituals will be well defended. Whether you choose to venture there alone or with companions, I shall leave to your discretion. But whatever you do, please be careful. Alright, mission time. September? What's in September? And I should be able to get the Titan quests down here somewhere. Lanosha? Really? Lanosha? That sounds wrong. No, that's not what I want. I don't want a whirl of a time. Ocean? Lanosha? The Titan. Oh, in a Titan spot. Not currently, Manawaka. So both Evert and Garuda are now vanquished by your hands. Truly, you have earned yourself a rest. With that, you had the luxury of time to enjoy it. Pains me to say that Titan is also returned, and with a vengeance. As was the case with his primal brethren, he has grown stronger than he was before. When I went about my investigation, all indications suggested that the kobolds were now nowhere near ready to resume their summoning rites. But it turns out they were deceiving us. Should have known better. Kobold's subterranean domain runs deep, and they can easily hoard crystals without being none the wiser. And a vast hoard it must have been. Till now, Garuda was the most powerful among the 3 recently active primals, but according to our last readings, Titan has usurped that honor. Which one? Adds. A primal's might is determined by 2 factors, the amount of crystals it has gorged upon and the fervor of its believers. I would like nothing more than to measure precisely how strong the Lord of Crags has become, but I fear the time for such prudence has run out. We have already received an official request for assistance from the Maelstrom, and as you might expect, it is addressed to you. For your previous encounter with Titan, you traveled to his Demesne by way of the Aetheryte first discovered by the Company of Heroes. Sad to say, this Aetheryte no longer seems to respond. But do not despair, for the Maelstrom has reportedly found another in its place. You will want to speak with Commander Ariki at Maelstrom Command for the details. I cannot stress this enough, but Titan has grown fearsome strong. See to it you spare no preparation. Oh, a spoiler. Okay. Well, Maelstrom Command is probably in here somewhere. Oh no, is Titan harder than Ramu? Ramu. What is that Japanese drink? With the glass ball inside it. It starts with a, it sounds like Ramu. Ramoon, thank you, yes. This is not the way. The aft castle? Yeah, I was talking about the Japanese sodas. This must be the way if Blue's here. Nope, that's not it. Jay of the Scions, your presence is most welcome. I'm chagrined that we must turn to you again to lay Titan low. No doubt this is yesterday's news to you, but the Lord of Crags has returned more ferocious and formidable than he was before. We cannot fathom how the kobolds were able to obtain such vast stores of crystals and in so short a time. We will learn the answer in the coming moons, I suspect, but first things first. We need you to vanquish Titan before he and the kobolds have a chance to wreak havoc on Limsa Luminsa. You have felled the primal before, and we believe that you can emerge victorious once more. We've learned of a new Aetheryte that will take you to the navel. Ooh, I don't want to go into Titan's navel. It's situated deep within Ugamaro mines. Not the most convenient of locations, admittedly, so you'll have to cut yourself a path. Please, make all haste. Titan's mere presence emboldens the kobolds, and 'tis only a matter of time before they move in force against us. May the navigator guide you on your way. What, oh, Firelord. Looking spunky. What have you? Is it another apology gift for beating me senseless? What you making here? Is it a helmet for my Gubu? An Inferno Katana? But I already have an Inferno Katana. Is this a better Inferno Katana? What's wrong with my title? What's wrong with my title? What's wrong with my title? Good, Yanga. How you doing? Apparently it's not better. Sorry. Not as good. Unless I'm missing something. Oh, it looks different? It's for the glam? Cast glamour. I think I did it. I don't know. Did I do it right? I don't think I did it right. I do not look. I did not do it right. Inferno Katana. Wait, Yanga, why are you triggered? We're playing off of what Jay said earlier. Ooh, it's got more fire. Not just the glow stick anymore. Thank you. Look at my glowy, fiery stick. Okay. Blue just watching in judgment. Oh, perfect. Ugaro Mines. Both quests lead me there. It's all the way over here, right? No, it's actually over here. Oh, uncharted territory. Oh, I'm not attuned to this one. Oh, that means it's an achievement. Was not aware, mini guy. I think her back is quite okay. I have a ride, and her name is Maggie. Thank you, though, for the offer. Since this is new territory, I kind of want to just see it. Excuse me, Takashi? Why do you want your back broken? Have I been here before? What's over there? Oh, was that the old Titan entrance? I don't understand the jokes. Why is my dad license revoked? What? I don't get it. This place has a very low ceiling. Also, that is a very cool looking city. Kobolds know what's up. I'm gonna come and mess things up in here. Oh, they actually have a gate. Why would I get lost? I have a map. It's impossible to get lost with a map. Trespasser! Invader! Get ready to get cut. Ooh, I do big damage. I like it. The sound effects are so crisp. Survey the designated location, slay the Cobalt Sentry, obtain a flawless crystal. Did I obtain this? Okay, that part's done. That was easy. Kubu, let us go. Like, how will the map not help? I like the music in this area. Don't attack me. Don't attack me. What are you? Really? Why must you choose violence? Oh, go away, Quarryman. Fine. Guess we'll kill both of you. Oh, dang it. Now there are two. Not bad. These things are falling pretty easily. Dead. Please open. Oh man. Wait, that's not even where I want to go. What the frick is this? I don't know why you guys thought I'd get lost. When it's right here. Jeez, really? I guess this is the team. How many do we have in here? Who wants to go into the naval with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's one too many here. Who will be the sacrifice? Takashi, you are too kind. We got all these silly dancers. When do I learn this ability? Or this dance? So duty. Duty, duty, duty. Duty! This one. And we shall. The naval? What was it called when it was in hard mode? Oh, it's called the naval as well. What do we do? Ready checks? All right. Let's go punch a nugget. I don't remember this fight at all. I don't remember what we have to do. I assume he has big, strong AoEs. So they made you stronger, huh? Let's see how strong you've become. This is why? What level 57? Let the pain begin. Oh, okay. Are there like lovely healing circles anywhere? Is this one of them? Shall grind thee beneath my heel. That's not where we want to go. Is this the happy spot? This is the happy spot. Whoa, this is not the happy spot. Alright. Almost ready for my ultimate. What's happening? Dang! Oh, and the music's picking up, so it's gonna get intense, isn't it? Alright. Setsugago! Thank you, Takashi. Thank you. Oh, we gotta focus on these rocks. Oh, too late. Oh, don't attack me, don't attack me, don't attack. Oh, man. What? I'm a rock? That's a new move. Thank you! There it is. Shall grind thee beneath. Why is everybody... Oh. Oh no, we're going... Wait, he healed himself. What the heck? Oh, he's freezing me again. Oh, this ain't good. Oh, I'm protected. Thank you, Velvet. Thank you, Fire Lord. I see you guys trying to win back my love. Oh yeah, I gotta do the ultimate thing. We gotta wait for a limit break though, right? Wait, we're actually... He has like phases? Oh, what? Oh no. Oh no. saw that one coming. I have messed up. Oh, jeez, we just lost half the party. Good timing. Okay, I won't use the limit break. Thank you, Arky. Oh, I'm losing my belief. Oh no! How do we survive that? People are too spread out? Does being together make us stronger? What's third eye? What's this one do? Reduces the amount of damage to... Oh, that's important. Stay with Firelord. This is the happy place, right? So it's how come he gets like 20 phases? Shouldn't be that important. Should have used third eye there. Oh! What do we do about these boom booms? When he claps, use feint. Which one's feint? Got it. This one? Yes, it is, Roses May. I do not know what I'm doing most of the time, so do not judge, please. Oh, I don't know how to... Oh, I can't. I got you. I don't got you. Oh, crud. This music's intimidating. Ah, shoot. Well, I think we're screwed. That's a lot of bombs. Oh! Oh! So much pain! Thank you for the follow, Roses. I can usually read the chat better, but I am stressed right now. I also document my whole journey on YouTube through journals if you want to check that out. Oh! Oh, this ain't good. I got nothing to heal this with. Oh, come on. Ah! How are we feeling about that limit break? No, don't come to me, you're all gonna die. Like Duncan. Is it time? Is it time for limit break? Oh my god, if I revive and limit break my way out of this. Let's go, finisher! Finish? No? Wait. Oh my goodness, I'm confused. Limit? Limit? Oh, we used it already. Never mind. Oh, this is... Why am I slow? Something weird happened with my controls. Ugh. I dropped the ball there at the end, sorry. Controller messed up. I did press L3. I hope we don't wipe because of that. That would be very sad. Oh, this ain't looking good. Come on, guys! Almost there! Oh, did we get it? Whew! Only 2 tries, not bad. Ugh. What do you mean return to the starting point? Oh, because I died. Oh, good run, everyone. Easier than Ramu. What do we got here? A shield? I don't use shields. I'll take this one. Thank you. Let's see what we got. Oh, what is this? Is this the Ramu one? Both large summons and non... Oh, okay, I can't do it here. Thank you, minimum wage. Oh, ads is still dancing away. Okay. What do I get? Katana of Crags. And the... I can't equip this. Okay. ton of crags. Oh. I think the fire one's better. That sheath is too big. Okay, so survey designated location, the Sapsa spawning grounds. I don't know why you get said I was going to get lost in the maze, though. That confuses me. Ah, too sensitive. Alright, where's this other place I gotta go? Oh, all the way over there. Blue items are unique, so you can have more than one. That's good to know. What do you mean I got... What? How long have you been playing this, Roses of May? Oh, you're an OG. Are you in the credits of A Realm Reborn? That Gobu Mount guy? Oh. Oh, come on. They just led me to the last... They didn't even lead me. I was going to find my way there. Oh, that is sad, Roses. Which part of the world are you joining us from today? They did not lead me. France! Another French among us. Well, I am French-Canadian. I don't know if you would like my French. Hi, Chrissy. Welcome, welcome. Chrissy, did you ever transfer to Diablos so you can join us? My offer still stands. Then I will definitely not speak French. It's like the backwater French for you guys. Why not? Yeah, you should, Chrissy. My offer still stands. Why does the music sound like there's a fight going on here? Let's go, Sahagin. Uh-oh. Yeah, we already have one person that transferred. Oh, of course, the Fire Lord would think it's perfect. Deliver the flawless crystals to Rambros. So, right now, Roses of May, I just finished 2.3, as you can see from my bar here. And I'm unlocking the raids, I guess, is what I'm doing right now. The rest of the chat could tell you better. I'm kind of following their instructions. Have you ever visited Canada by any chance? Roses of May? Also, do you call yourself Roses of June next month? Do you change with the months? Or do you just happen to be joining us in May? Crystal Tower is what we're trying to unlock, yes. Nazil Duzil. Oh, Roses of May, maybe you shouldn't hang around though when I go to Querthus, because I kind of do a bad French accent on all the people I read. Roses of May is a music in FF9? Oh, I had no idea. I played FF9, but I don't... You know, that's one of the Final Fantasy games I actually do not play the soundtrack for some reason. None of the songs stood out for me. Now I'm kind of curious what Roses of May is. Hang on, I'm gonna look it up. Bring on the copyright. I did not like how Final Fantasy IX ended. Roses of May. What do you think of Final Fantasy VII? Don't know if you guys can hear this. FF9 was my 4th or 5th. I only like the main character and the girl and the black mage. And I guess the knight was okay. Yeah, I don't recognize this song. Oh! I know this song. Okay. Good choice. You have my respect. How progress your efforts in infiltrating the Beastman strongholds? Look at this. I got 2 crystals for you. So these are the famed flawless crystals of the beast tribes. I've seen countless specimens from I know not how many excavations, but nothing to compare to these. Their purity is astounding. You have done well, Jay. With these in our possession, we lack only the crystals to fire and wind. The former lies in Zaharak, the war camp of the Amalja, in Thanalan, the latter in Natalan. Who speaks like this? This is so hard to read. The roost of the Ixal in the hills of Querthus. Oh, great. We are going there. You can expect them to be as closely guarded as the first 2, if not more so. Still, I look forward to receiving word of your resounding success. Could have just given me all 4... Get started instead of splitting into 2 quests like this. But anyways, let's go to Thanalan first to... we'll leave from this spot. Vivi's brothers crept me out in that game. Also, the boss of the game crept me out in that game as well. Ninja Turtles, Salt. The beat 'em up. I find Game Pass is perfect for beat 'em ups. What? Oh, I know nothing about the next expansion. So I'm on a mission, what we call a pledge, to get to the end of Heaven's Ward before June 30th. Streaming 2 to 3 times a week. People are saying it can't be done. We'll see. Although at the pace Realm Reborn is going, I'm a little worried about it myself. Oh, please don't attack me. No! I wasn't here for you. I'm gonna use you to charge up my stickers. Alright, give me your crystal. Let's go. Alright, to the forest. No, to Querthus. Querthus. I'm guessing that's a big time suck, Bracken. Like 3 more full streams, you're saying? Yeah, because you guys are estimating I'll be done Realm Reborn next Thursday. Is Hildebrand a Realm Reborn quest or a Heaven's Ward one? Oh, the music here sounds amazing. was quick. Oh, okay. Is it still going? Like in Dawn Trail, is it gonna go? Jade, it is good to see you. Tell me you were able to obtain the remaining crystals from the Beastman. Here you go. Wonderful. With all 4 crystals in hand, we are ready. We are now ready to proceed to the next stage of our preparation. I hope I did not give the impression that we would be embarking on our journey to the Crystal Tower just yet. Alas, there is another step which must be completed ere we come to that. While the crystals you acquired are indeed flawless, they are of little use to us in their present form. They are to reflect the elemental forces of the tower's defenses. They must needs be cut and polished. Process which calls for a very particular set of materials. Procuring them will be a challenge in itself, I fear. Needless to say, we will be requiring your services once again. Why am I not surprised? Rambros wishes to proceed with the shaping of the flawless crystals. If the flawless crystals you procured for us are to retain their elemental purity during the shaping process, a very specific set of abrasive substances will be required. Well, I say substances, but one might just as well call them one substance, namely ether sand, which has 4 elementally aspected varieties. Alas, ether sand is neither common nor cheap. Indeed, it is not unusual for the abrasive to exceed the value of the precious stones it is used to polish. Given the rarity of the materials in question, the Goldsmiths Guild in Ul'dah seemed the likeliest place to purchase the quantity we require. When I contacted the Guildmaster, however, I was informed that no ether sand was currently available. I requested that word be sent as soon as new stock came in. I have yet to receive aught but apologies. I should mention at this point that I placed the order sometime before you procured the flawless crystal. I am well aware that acquiring ether sand is no small feat, of course, and I am not an impatient man, but I fear the more we delay our investigation, the greater the risk that the tower's secrets may fall into the hands of other, less savory parties. That is why I entrust you with the payment of our purchase, and send you to speak directly with Guildmaster Serendipity. Mayhap the presence of such a distinguished personage will spur the guild into action. In any event, it is my hope that when next we meet, you will have found at least one of the 4 varieties of ether sand we required. I'll get your sand. What am I doing? Where's my thing? Hold on, where am I going? I'm going to the market, right? Which is over there. The Goldsmiths Guild? Here it is. I'm on PC, Roses. I just play with an Xbox controller, though. Ah, Master, oh, hey, welcome, welcome. What brings you here, if I may ask? I have gold. You're here on behalf of the Sons of Saint Koinok? What fortune timing. I was just about to contact Master Rambros with the news that we finally managed to acquire a quantity of fire-aspected ether sand. I'm afraid it may be some time before we can supply the other 3 varieties, but you are welcome to settle accounts for that which we have now. Pray, speak with Jemime over the... of course she left, right? I do beg your pardon. It seems she's assisting another customer. They're not important. Oh, it's Biggs. Never mind. Come on, there must be something you can do. Without that sand, we'll have to rethink our whole design. I sympathize with your plight, sir, as I explained, the ether sand in question is already spoken for. If you'd like to reserve the next shipment, then I would be happy to accept the funds you've offered as partial payment. Partial? Are you saying it's not enough? I'm already stretching our research budget as it is. I suppose man can do without a midday meal for a year or two. Jay, it's been too long. What brings you here then? Got your eye on something expensive, have you? Yes, here to pick up the sand. Doesn't even say anything. Just eye contact, drop bag. Well, now that is quite a money pouch. The sound of so many gills clinking together is strangely satisfying, is it not? Calming and yet invigorating at the same time. Oh no, you're here for the bloomin' ether sand, aren't you? Get in line, Biggs. Well, I can't deny the elegant civilization's a subject worth researching. Chief said he was looking into something big, but we never thought to ask him what. Wedge and I have been too busy tinkering with a new airship design to think of much else, see? Well, I say tinkering. Wrestling would be more like it. Still, after much wringing of hands and gnashing of teeth, we've managed to put together a prototype crystal-powered propulsion system. We got the idea for it when we heard how you lot had used a corrupted crystal on boarded the Enterprise. As a matter of fact. Anyway, to cut a long story short, our design calls for all 4 varieties of ether sand. That's why I can't just relinquish my claim on this batch here. Even for you, lad. How are we meant to usher in a brave new age of technological innovation, if not by technologically innovating, eh? While I hesitate to interrupt such an impassionate speech, duty compels me to point out that this gentleman is a representative of the organization that reserved the ether sand in question, to mention nothing of the fact that his purse is considerably larger than yours. Oh, it's like that, is it? Yep, my purse is bigger. Sorry, Biggs. All right. This batch is yours. I'll let you have it. But if you're going to take my sand, it's only fair that you grant me a role in this project of yours. I'll take that as a yes. It's not every day you get a chance to experiment with the wonders of the ancients. Any luck, they'll inspire me to think up another technological innovation or two. Now then, from what you've told me, I'm guessing you'll be needing the other 3 varieties of elementally aspected ether sand as well, right? Then rather than sitting on your rump waiting for a shipment that may never come, I reckon your time would be better spent looking for the stuff yourself. It just so happens I know of a good place to start. There's said to be a peddler in northern Thanalan who very occasionally handles the earth-aspected variety of ether sand. Wedge is in the process of confirming the rumor as we speak. I know what you're thinking. When did my timid little friend decide he didn't need me to hold his hand anymore? The answer being, just the other day. Seems he's been inspired by a certain adventurer's heroic example. Thought he was joking when he volunteered to go to Thanalan without me. I just hope he manages to stay out of trouble. Head out to Blue Fog and you should find him poking about with his new bodyguard. Oh, did I not mention her? Aye. Wedge thought it might be wise to hire an adventurer to accompany him. Just in case your heroic example turned out to be less inspiring than he first thought. Experienced venture. Who are you hanging out with, Wedge? Save your greetings. If you're looking for a hired blade, then you'll have to look elsewhere. After the day I've had, the only company I crave is the squat, silent type. A type that has a handle and holds no less than a pint of ale. You wish to hear my tale? I warn you, 'tis no stirring epic. But as you ask, my employer, a Lalafellan lad, wished to pay a visit to a peddler who deals in some manner of special sand. Forget what it was called, but it is apparently worth a small fortune. Anyway, when we arrived, the man claimed his stock has been stolen by bandits. Determined not to return empty-handed, we crept into the bandit stronghold and set about locating the stolen goods. Long story short, alarums were raised, rogues were awoken, and we fled in a blind panic. I was separated from my employer in the confusion and I have not seen him since. Oh, friend of yours, is he? Then you'd best be prepared for the worst. 'Tis just possible the poor sod may yet be lost in the old Amagina mithril mine, but I fear the bandits will have caught up with him by now. Oh, Wedge, you're just getting yourself into trouble. Wait, did I just teleport myself back to the same place? New scheme in blue. Wedge. Where are you? Why would you come out here? By the way, Roses May, if you're still here, I believe we're going to be looking for a 24-man raid next Thursday. Where are you? Man, we're surrounded by a bunch of lunatics. Am I gonna have to like... Yep. Alright, we're gonna lay siege. Best way to find someone is to kill everyone. Can't you join from another data center though? Oh, those are grenades. I don't want to be touching those. Rescue Edge from the abandoned mine. Sniff him out, my little... What's he called again? Boo Boo? Find me a wedge. Oh, he's probably in there. Oh, that was dumb. Pangagogen! There you are. Oh, man. These guys are bad news. What's he doing over here, Wedge? Oh, that sucks, Firelord. How could I be so stupid sneaking into a bandit's lair? It's just not the sort of thing I do, and now I'm going to die for it. No, I just need to calm down. I can do this. I can be brave. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to walk out of here. Here we go. It's a very nice squat you got there. Ah! I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. I promise I'll leave and never come back. Yo, Wedge. Jay? Is it really you? But how did you find me? Can you smell fear? Actually, ignore that smell. I expect you're wondering why I'm here. Well, I was just in the process of retrieving some stolen ether sand, which Biggs and I need for our research. As it happens, it was, I concede, perhaps a touch foolish and very nearly fatal, but I did succeed in snatching the stuff before my bodyguard ran away and several dozen bandits came piling after me with knives and axes and what looked very much like a plank with a rusty nail in it. Anyways, the important thing is that the stolen ether sand is right here in my oh dear. Must have fallen out when I was taking evasive maneuvers. It seems I won't be leaving this infernal place for a while yet. You'll find ether sand in my stead. Oh, thank the gods, you're a true friend. I hope the search doesn't prove too troublesome. The bandits don't seem to care much for visitors. I got you, Wedge. Oh, they're all back. Did I just aggro? Don't you explode on me. That was risky. Oh, it's over there. Maybe I can just hop over? For exactly 60 seconds. Did he not leave the house? Oh. This man. Can I just say how much more satisfying this combat is? Come in here. Alright, Wedge. Got you. Gee, have you had any luck locating the ether sand? Did. This looks like popcorn. Yes, that's it. I must return to the workshop at once and tell Biggs the wonderful news. What's that? You're on a mission to also collect the ether sand? You're working with the chief? Treasure trove of elegant knowledge, you say? I see. Then you should really be the one to have this. Biggs and I are far from exhausting all possible avenues of airship innovation, but it sounds as if your problem can't be solved by any other means. It was the Bard. This expedition of yours sounds jolly interesting. I must say I'm half inclined to join you. In fact, I think I will. Any venture worth the chief's time must be worth a look. Right, I'm more than ready to leave this awful place behind. And you should return to Mordona with that ether sand before there are any more, little mishaps. Be sure to keep a close eye on your pockets. Can I show you which sword I have equipped? I have the Mithrite Uchigatana. Two sands. Technically what we're doing is all side content, isn't it? Tonight. Oh, it is mandatory. At what point does the game force you to do it? Ah, Jay, you have returned. I take from your presence that you were successful in procuring us some ether sand. Tell me, which variety did you find? Got some of this and some of that. I see, 2 varieties. Well, that is 2 more than could reasonably be expected, and 2 less than I hoped you would say. Forgive my flippancy. You have done well, truly. If all goes to plan, we need no longer fear death by fire or earth. Master Garland, if you would be so kind as to prepare the relevant crystals. I shall set to work immediately. Truth be told, I've been looking forward to this. One does not encounter materials like these every day. Speaking of which, how in the 7 hells did you find them? Mistake me not, old friend. I know only too well how capable you are, but ether sand isn't something you simply find gathering dust at the back of a merchant's rare gem cabinet. Stole it from your boys. You had help from Biggs and Wedge? Trust them to design a revolutionary new engine the moment I turn my back. How is a genius meant to rest on his laurels when his employees are so damnably inventive, eh? And now they're determined to join us, are they? Typical. I jest, of course. It will be good to have them around. Still, as a matter of professional pride, let's endeavor to procure the 2 remaining varieties of ether sand before they arrive, shall we? Tell me, Rambros, have we any information on whether the water and wind aspected types might be hiding? Not as of yet, but I have made certain arrangements. We shall soon see if my efforts have borne fruit. Forgive me for observing, but you seem less enthusiastic about that prospect. There's a complication. I'd rather we discuss it now than risk jeopardizing the expedition. Mayhap an explanation is in order. But first, let us savor the preliminary victory that Jay has won for our cause, if only for a moment. Direct hit, crit hit. I'll go with the crit. How do I even, like, slot materia? Wait, how do I slot materia? Is there a special materia thing? But how do you slot it though? Oh, is it link? Nope. Rambros wishes to discuss the procurement of the outstanding varieties of ether sand. Oh, well then, okay. Yes, I must speak of the arrangement I made to acquire the 2 remaining varieties of ether sand. Some days ago, I asked a Charlian acquaintance of mine to travel to Gridania and there gather the necessary materials. Since that time, however, I've heard nary a whisper from him. To be frank, this lack of communication is not entirely uncharacteristic, but I cannot discount the possibility that something ill has befallen the man. Alas, we do not have time to investigate his fate. As I have mentioned before, the more we delay our expedition, the more likely it is that the Crystal Tower's secrets will fall into the wrong hands. Therefore, I should entrust you with the same mission I assigned to my friend. Travel to the Black Shroud and seek out Parsemontre, the master of the markets in Gridania. If anyone knows where ether sand might be bought, it is he. So, Roses of May, how many quests are left on your map? If you've been playing this for 10 years, I assume you've done everything. Oh, hello, Takashi. Parsemontre. Oh, you are working on all the quests, and you're still not done. Wow. Yes, I'm sorry. Did you say you wish to purchase ether sand? My dear fellow, have you the faintest idea of the rarity of the materials you seek? Why, I have not seen so much as a grain of ether sand in these markets for many a long year. I could tell you where one might mine the ore from which the water aspect of variety of the abrasive is derived, but only a desperate fool would willingly set foot in that place. You seem undeterred. Very well. Are you familiar with Earth's Gift? That is where the ore is to be found, in an area inhabited by a particularly pernicious hog. Should you encounter the Betusk Nightmare, you will know that you are in the right place, albeit the wrong time. Farewell. Oh man, you're really not selling me on it. Oh, you were trying to give me something. Sorry. What's all this? Thank you. Oh, more stuff. You've been crafting. Lots of things of slang. More stuff. Yeah, you've been busy. A Maleferous Mogul Magtana. Dang. Well, thank you for all of these. Wait, why is this war here? Whoops, I have made a mistake. As nice as the Ifrit glow. Ugh. Hold up, am I out of juice already? I mean, if it does a funny sound, okay. Okay. Alright, where's the big boar? Oh, there's one. No, there's one. He's dead. But what killed him? I do like the, was that on me before, that metal piece? You are too late, adventurer. Not only for the entertainment, you will find no trace of the ore which but recently lay here. Nay, not so much as a speck. Ah, no, you will never spy me from there. For the time being, at least, you will have to trust the evidence of your ears. Now stop squinting at the foliage and listen. Wait, what'd you get put on my neck? A ribbon? As I told you, the water-blessed mineral you hoped to find is gone, taken by me. Victory has made me magnanimous. Magnanimous. However, accordingly, I have decided to share the location of an alternative source of ether sand with you. The wind touch variety, to be specific. I trust I have your attention? Good. A band of Ixal in the North Shroud keeps a quantity of the abrasive for the purpose of removing impurities from lesser crystals. Well, do you mean to dally here all day? Make haste, adventurer, before I snatch another prize from under your nose. This is to be a race. The Ixali logging grounds in the North Shroud shall be our destination, and that is where the real amusements will begin. May the best man win. I actually just don't know what Takashi gave me. I'm assuming it's this. The Rainbow Bolero of Striking? How is this a garb? Takashi, what are you giving me? What are you giving me? Let's see how it looks when it's all put together. Oh! It's coming together. See what it looks like with the hat. You put a feather in my hair. I'm okay with this. Why did you make me look more French, though? Yeah, this kind of has a good little feel to it. It's like the French samurai. What is mirage it into the black? Oh, glam? Looks very good. Thank you, Takashi. All right. To the north. Draw my weapon. C pose? Whoops, I typed it wrong. That's kind of cool. Oh, it's just a different pose. Does it change? Okay, very cool. Thank you. Okay, to Proud Creek. I remember being here. Oh, Exal, I have come to steal from you. I love how we just kind of accept that stealing is something we just have to do. And it's okay as long as it's an uncivilized beast tribe. Whoops. Are the female samurai better in this game? Bravo, that was quite a show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of ether sand slipped my mind. I appear to have forfeited a little race. Congratulations, the Wind Touch Abrasive is yours. And yet, having been treated to such a memorable performance, I cannot help feeling that the greater prize is mine. This inequity must not stand. I insist that you accept a token of my appreciation. Payment for this entertainment will be waiting for you to the east, in a clearing within Proud Creek. Pray, retrieve the gift Arab crushed beneath the iron feet of the Dulla hands. Well, just looking at most of my community, most people play as females. So there does seem to be an appreciation. Wait, where? Is that in Proud Creek? Oh, it's right within the frickin'... Yeah, let's go smack this thing. No, don't kill it yet! Oh. I tried. What am I looking for here? Oh. Not what you were expecting. I took the liberty of refining the ore from the Earth's gift into ether sand. Do keep it safe, adventurer. Lest you accuse me of playing games, you should know that the thought of relinquishing my prize never once crossed my mind, until I saw you in action. Such deeds must needs be rewarded. It is my vocation, you see, to record the history as it made by mortal men, and I much prefer the chronicle of the accomplishments of the bold and the mighty. Thus, It is my fervent wish that you continue your career with the same courage and zeal you have shown today. We shall meet again, adventurer, and soon. Sooner than you may imagine. Oh, oh. How mysterious. I'm a samurai. Mages are not for me. Except in Dark Souls 2. What is that? Looks like a dead wyvern. Oh, is that the girl pose? Thank you for the demonstration. What news of your mission? Are we any closer to acquiring the remaining abrasives? Yes, we are. You've brought both. I shall have Master Garland begin work on the crystals immediately. There, that should do the trick. Oh, these are nice. Good job, Sid. This will be perfect for the rave. Excellent work! We now possess all 4 of the fangs required to pierce the Crystal Tower's defenses. My compliments, Master Garland. Oh, it was a trifling matter, to assure you. Jay here is the one you should be thanking. Anyway, my reckoning there's nothing stopping us from striding up to the Allegan's front door. It'll be the best rave, Sid. You can't go without us, Chief. Man, I look dashing. Biggs, Wedge, come to lend a hand, have ya? Well, it's not every day you get the chance to study the wonders of the Allegan Empire, is it? Their technology makes Garlemald's look ancient. I appreciate your enthusiasm, lads, I really do, but we're not here to take this knowledge for ourselves. Twice in the last decade, the promise of unimaginable power has prompted men to meddle with technology they do not understand, and the realm has been dragged unto the very brink of oblivion on both occasions. We shall not be so responsible to risk another. Wedge, do you recall your company's creed? Yes, Chief. It's, freedom through technology. Exactly, freedom. When we forsook our homeland, we swore that we would have no truck with machines that could be used to promote tyranny. That has not changed. Should you feel tempted to break your oath, remember this. The wonders of the all-knowing Allegan Empire could not save their civilization, and have damn near doomed ours, twice. That is why we must explore the Crystal Tower, and if needs be, seal away its secrets. Oh, that's a lot of raids. A compelling viewpoint. It is unyielding will such as yours that have defined the course of history. Oh, this. Is this the Mystery Man? So, you return at last. What, pray tell, has kept you so wholly preoccupied that you could not spare a moment to inform me of your progress or preservation? Why, the task you assigned to me, of course. Surely you have not forgotten about the Ether Sand. I tasked the passing adventurer with delivering it. A more capable courier I could not imagine. Oh, was this the person watching us? Wow, he's one for an entrance. Greetings, adventurer. Did I not say we would meet again? I believe an introduction is in order. I am Graha Tia, one of the students of Baldician. I look forward to joining you on your groundbreaking expedition. He's an archer, of course. Graha Tia has been assigned to the project as an observer. I hope you will forgive him his eccentricities and welcome him as one of our own. Hi, Nero. So then, our fellowship is complete, and all stand ready to step into the unknown. 3 cheers for Noah! Noah? That is the name I have chosen for a little collective. Given our differing backgrounds, we cannot very well call ourselves the Sons of Saint Koina, can we? We must have a memorable appellation if our venture is to leave its mark in the annals of history. I definitely said that wrong. I could claim that NOAA stands for Nominated Observers of Artifacts Historical, and so it does, technically. But my true reason for choosing this name stems from the fact that it is shared by a vaunted Allegan Archmagus. An Archmagus? I like the sound of that. Just thumbs up. Good on you, little one. Very well. Now that the pressing matter of what to call ourselves has been settled, it is time to set forth to brave the outer defenses of the Crystal Tower. Is everyone ready to depart? Dun, 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 dun. Ready. You're in the way, Fire Lord. You're hiding Grahatia. Grahatia is eager to begin the expedition to the Crystal Tower. Oh, fair point. But Sid's not here with the crystals. Gentlemen, the secrets of ancient Alag beckon. Let's not keep them waiting any longer. Adventurer, you and I will join the engineers at the Crystal Tower's main gateway, where we will endeavor to neutralize the structure's outer defenses. Rambros, meanwhile, will remain here and oversee the operation. Given my knowledge of Allegan history, it seems logical that I should lead the expedition itself, though I admit the role does not exactly befit my status as an observer. Still, we can but make use of the resources at hand. Assuming all are in agreement, let us proceed forthwith to the large lopsided gate found to the southeast. Whoop! I have totally gone the wrong way. Can I go over these crystals? I would highly doubt it. Wait, I'm supposed to... Whoa! This place is ominous. I'm just gonna walk over here. What are we waiting for? The Crystal Tower lies beyond this portal. Now comes the interesting part. Sid, you are the only one of our number who has ever crossed this threshold. I ask that you take the lead for the present. I say, the energy radiating from the statues is palpable. Lucky for us that it is. One might otherwise stroll past them. Feast your eyes on the elemental defenses which prompted our lengthy preparations. These sentinels prevent would-be intruders from advancing to within 20 yalms of the tower's inner reaches. No matter how swift they may be. Happily, the crystal fangs we took such pains to craft should spare us the inconvenience of instantaneous annihilation. Here, allow me to demonstrate. Chief, it's too dangerous to allow anyone else to risk his life testing one? Quite right. I made the damn things. It's my job to seek that they work. It's pretty ballsy, Sid. Dang. Success. I, for one, am convinced, friends. Ready your fangs. Oh, they're all taking turns instead of just letting Sid do all of them? Because they all want to feel powerful. Do I get a turn? This last one is yours, old friend. It seems only right. Watch me mess it up. Haha, we did it! So much for the outer defenses! Indeed, the entrance to the tower is near at hand. My blood fairly sings with anticipation. Speaking of blood, I have a proposal for the next stage of the expedition. I suggest we wait here while Jay and a hand-picked party of his adventuring companions enter the tower. What? Without us? I thought we came here to survey the entire structure. We did, and we will, but our investigations must proceed at a more measured pace. If the outside of the place is this well defended, can you imagine what awaits us on the inside? Only a true hero could reasonably hope to brave the hazards ahead and live to tell the tale. Jay here fits that description better than anyone I know. And it is not as if we shall be idle in his absence. While Jay and his companions are risking life and limb to beat us to a path to the tower, we can set about analyzing this rubble for evidence of how its technologies function. Your knowledge of ancient lore will be invaluable in that endeavor, historian Grahatia. Bah! Do you ever tire of being right, old man? Jay, as it seems I won't be accompanying you. Allow me to at least provide some instructions. The maze that surrounds the base of the tower is known as the Labyrinth of the Ancients. During this initial foray, I suggest you concentrate on ridding the place of hostile elements. When you are reasonably certain the maze is secure, contact me via link shell and we shall join your post-haste, no matter what Master Garland says. Though we would prefer if any relics you encounter remained intact. You have leave to do whatever is necessary to secure ingress to the upper levels of the tower. Fortune go with you. Is this a dungeon, like an 8-man? Oh, this is 24. Okay. Man, that sounds chaotic. But the story was so good on this one. I just want to go take a peek. Oh, everyone's here. Well, 2 people are here. You guys, you sure I can't go in? I just a little. That was so refreshing compared to the other stuff we're doing. Coils. That's probably back at the first home. Nah, it's okay. With the help of Sidnan Garland, members of the expedition to the Crystal Tower successfully penetrated the defenses in the 8 Sentinels. The ancient Allegan structure is not easily entered, however, and the Labyrinth of the Ancients now awaits the Fellowship of Noah as they seek the ultimate prize. Okay, what's left to unlock Bahamut here? Urianger would speak with you regarding the unidentified primal. When the Cenary moon did wane, there sounded a blood-curdling roar. A new primal had roused. The portents gave us to believe one whose identity yet lieth beyond our ken. By thy hand 3 primals have since been vanquished. As each returned to the ether, 'twas observed the tremors foreshadowing this 4th grew in strength and frequency both. The being doth quicken, and in time it shall become a scourge upon the land. Yet even as we pondered a course of action, a benevolent soul did arise, one who would forestall this threat. Though she be tender in years, she is truer of heart and steadfast of resolve. She would solicit thine aid if you art willing to proffer it. Lest thou wonder, this maiden is of our order. Thus did the antecedent straightways consent that thou should assist whoever thou mayest. I hate how he speaks. As soon as thou art able, hie thee to Wineport, where thy petition doth await thee even now. Thou shalt for certainty find her visage strikingly familiar. What's this one all about? Should I pick this one up too, you think? Oh, it has a cutscene. It is decided. The stance of the scions must evolve from shifting sand to unyielding stone. My place, however, is here in this land of unending tragedy. There must I remain until the true nature of the primals is revealed unto me. Many seasons did I toil to fashion a net across this vast realm, a net that catcheth not fish, but nuggets of wisdom more valuable than gold. Yet even possessed of this hoard of knowledge, I cannot purchase all the keys to the confounding doors that bar my passage. Thus must I presume to unsheathe the blade born of light. Thine is a strength that shattereth the stoutest barriers, doth pierce that which obfuscates the impotent gaze of ordinary men. We have not the luxury of time required for my measured scholarly pace. For the adder's nest is astir, hissing with the news of Garuda's return. Her winds have grown ever more violent, ever more destructive. What lieth behind this sudden waxing of power? The answer may well prove a vital piece of the puzzle of the primal's existence. Mine eyes perceive a looming wall of strife poised to crash down upon our cities with unrestrained fury. For the nonce, you must pacify the Lady of the Vortex. Swiftly now, and to the adder's nest. High Serpent Commander Hilwa will have such details as thou needed to proceed. I shall await thee at the waking sands and pray for thy success. It sounds maybe like I don't want to do that. Report to the mystery individual at Wineport. Wineport. Oh. No, not that one. Okay, Blue. They're that hard, eh? Oh my goodness, it's her! The girl that we've been wondering where she went. It has been a wild adventure. As I recall, my brother Alphino took the liberty of introducing us when first and last we met. But for the sake of propriety, Alice Leveilleur, I thank you for coming. I have heard much and more of your exploits. By your hand, the Black Wolf is slain and his ultima weapon destroyed. Wait. What about her? You are possessed of great strength and courage. That much is plain. I shall have need of one such as you if I am to see my mission through to its conclusion. As you may be aware, the violence of Dalamud's fall changed not only the face of the realm, but also the base of the realm. Specifically, it played havoc with the etheric currents, creating vast confluences of ether below the surface. Among other phenomena, this led to the formation of subterranean caverns at key points of stress. One such cavern lies beneath Castrum Occidens and extends to only the gods know where. Despite appearances, Castrum Occidens is as much of a research facility as it is a fortress. Gaius van Balsar chose the site for no other reason than to probe the caverns without interference. As you went about vanquishing the returned primal, I observed a repeating wave pattern in ether, corresponding exactly to the dates on which you were reported to have felled Ifrit, Titan, and Garuda. Upon closer examination, it became clear that these unique waveforms emanated from deep beneath the aforementioned stronghold. Crucially, I recorded the same pattern during the recent celebrations and have since been given to understand that this phenomenon bears a disquieting similarity to one observed shortly prior to the calamity. 5 years ago, my grandfather invoked the power of the 12 that he might contain Bahamut. Alas, his efforts failed, and he vanished together with his foe. I would know the truth of what transpired that day, of grandfather's fate, and of the metamorphosis that swept across the land. In casting light upon these mysteries, we will find a way to cure what ails this world. It is my belief that the answers I seek lie hid within the depths of the cavern. I would have you accompany me on an expedition to find them. If truth be told, I am not wont to rely upon others and have thus far handled matters alone, yet I am not blind to my limitations. Unescorted, I cannot hope to succeed in this endeavor. I swore that I would find a way to restore peace to Eorzea. If you desire the self-same, then aid me, as you aided my brother in the Scions. I am in your debt. You are a man of action, and I sense that we will accomplish much together. But let us not waste any more time. As I mentioned, Castrum Occidens straddles the cavern I wish to explore. If I am to have a hope of reaching it alive, I will need you to infiltrate the stronghold first and locate a path into the depths. Once you have done so, pray report your success to Storm Private Jabroka. You may consider her my assistant in Wineport. I have every faith that you will not fail me. 12 speed your way, Jay. Fight my way through Castrum Occidens. No problem. We return here. So much easier when you can just fly above it. A lot of nasties in there. Let's just land over here. Can I take these on by myself? Oh, yeah, I can. Could see why, Takashi. that's where Bahamut lies, eh? Oh, that's it? I just go here? Oh, that was not a good use of my time. I've been expecting you, Jay. By your coming, I take it you have successfully located the cavern entrance inside Castromoxidans. So that's where it's been found. Marvelous. Oh, but allow me to properly introduce myself. Broca's my name, and it is my honor to serve Lady Alice. Though for reasons of convenience, at present I also serve the Maelstrom. This uniform accords me certain privileges, you see, in particular. Ready access to the Maelstrom's regional scouting reports. They provide a wealth of local knowledge, including information on secret passages. But enough about me. I shall notify Lady Alice of your discovery, that she may prepare for the expedition. Though I don't doubt your abilities, none can say what dangers lurk beneath Castromoxidans. For my lady's sake as well as your own, please spare neither preparation nor caution. Pray choose your companions well. And just like that, eh? The binding coil of Bahamut. Okay. Back to story then, I guess. Which would be in Mordona. All right, back to the MSQ. Uh-oh. No, that's the IC. So are we doing Bahamut Tuesday? Or are we doing both these things on Thursday? Both? Look at that blue right on cue. Traitor in the midst. What's going on here? Try as I might, I cannot shake a creeping sense of dark foreboding. But it avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. Primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summon them are under constant surveillance by the grand companies. Should any suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. And until such a time as permanent solutions to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. As for the Asians, Urianger is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the dark beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all of this you knew already. Let us speak then of more current matters, in particular, the state of the Crystal Braves. Alphino did well to find the organization, but ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely. Though I doubt not that he is doing his best, I felt that helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end, I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he can be, independent to a fault and singularly loath to accept help. Save, of course, when that help comes from you. Alphino has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him and support him in whatever manner you are able. Firelord, did you never play coils properly? Tisk tisk. No, what do you mean nobody does? Do people just skip it or just like speedrun it? What is it, Jay? Do be concise, I am rather busy. You would lend a hand, you say? I see. Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants for attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitant to entrust it to my braves, but the demands upon my time are such that I had little choice. Which is not to say that my men want for labor. Though we are but newly formed, there is already a great demand for our services, and we are hard-pressed to answer all petitions, but I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I have entrusted its resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Ilberd. Tell him that I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance. Is it also 24 people?
Hail to you, sire. How might we serve you? Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own. That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence.
Sure. You can whisper it in my ear.
Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the grand companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the Ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge. But we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root.
It's all a metaphor.
Now, much as I would prefer to proceed
Welcome,
with due
Reason.
discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The Ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purpose by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-man army like you.
I think it's time for a haircut. Soon. I do that in an inn, correct?
Well, well. What brings you here, my friend?
He is here at my behest. Greetings, Roban. It has been a while.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears. But look at you! The honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
They're looking at each other with a lot of care.
Aye. We've both come far, have we not?
Is that why you dress like him?
Lest you wonder, Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads.
I like Roban.
The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanaland than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it. Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
Bah, spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to him, I'm little more than a glorified butcher. But you, Wilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway.
That was a weird
I
stare.
have tidings.
Tidings.
So there has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all.
Plot thickens.
So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it...
Whoops.
Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime. It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland.
One thing that's kind of weird I don't know if it's just in games or in this game, is that people don't touch each other because they're like, I guess making
Flame
contact is
general.
hard.
You wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
Oh, right, PlayStation 3, so long ago. One of my least favorite consoles, honestly. The era of first-person shooters. Suffice it to say, we must tread warily, but one misstep may well cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Rising Stones and report to Commander Livea. I feel a lot of game originality started disappearing in the PS3 era. Companies started playing more safe. Except Nintendo. They were busy. They were busy wiggling their Wiis. Oh, I forgot to go to the inn. Oh well. Is there an inn in this town? Wait, I wasn't supposed to go inside here. Must be lonely for Minfilia. Always just hanging out by herself. We are returned from Ul'dah, Commander. And not a moment too soon, something has happened. Trouble? You will recall that the Fourth was tasked with reconnoitering the rendezvous site used by the Ivy's minion and his Imperial contacts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. Gods damn it. According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Garleans are not wont to treat their foemen with dignity, and I have grave fears for her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party all at once. Recall those braves who are afield. Begging your pardons, Commander, but we have not the time. I'm afraid I must ask for your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Garleans with more captives, yet time is of the essence. Simply put, you are the best chance we have. Captain Ilbert has the right of it. I trust you are willing, but of course you are. Now, Alien of the Fourth lies in wait in the Tangle, near the entrance to Castrum Sentry. Seek her out, and she will apprise you of the situation. She's near a big lizard. Oh, great. Ugh. Get deaded. You would aid us in the rescue mission. We are in your debt, Warrior of Light. Now, time is against us. So allow me to brief you on the situation. The Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Resh and hauling her away to Castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be interrogating Resh, or worse. With her hurts, I fear that we will not long survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Our orders may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is strong as Mithril. None of us will stand by while a comrade suffers. We, the remnants of the Fourth, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please help us find Resh before it is too late. Kill all these guys already? Oh, they didn't even bring you inside the walls. Where am I? Resh, thanks to the gods we found you. And thank you, Warrior of Light. Now to quit his accursed place. Resh cannot move with those wounds. She will need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. Might we trouble you to provide one? Given your reputation, I suspect the Garleans will be only too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you were to create a commotion within the castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once we are safely outside these walls. Come, little Gubu, let us make with the diversion. So when these patches dropped, was the level capped to 50? And Heaven's Ward unlocked it to 60? And then, whoop! And this next expansion in July, will be expanding it to 100, right? Okay, Stormblood is after Heaven's Word? Which one has the biggest emotional impact? Oh, the last two, okay. And all these expansions apparently are so good. Just gotta pay the price of admission, which is a realm reborn. $5 years for an MMO? Okay, you little mages. How long is the what's the document cover? Oh, okay. When's a good time to watch it, you think? I have awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Resh is safe. We suffered no further casualties. Words cannot well express my gratitude. All that is left is to report the mission success to Commander Levea. I shall go on ahead to the Rising Stones. Is someone attacking me? Yes. Is it an old documentary? And there's no Heaven's Ward spoilers? Ah, it does me well to see you thus returned, though I doubt not your prowess. Entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture, and I must confess to having been a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission as your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks for their expert ministrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude. Allow me to thank you also, Scion. Resh owes you her life. We escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with. As you say, Commander, I will see to it that the men keep their wits about them. And it may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence that you will succeed, Captain. As for you, I realize you have scarce caught your breath, but I'm afraid there is no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Querthus. I have been granted an audience with an Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence. Oh, do not look so surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you are ready. Coming to terms. We have been blessed with a rare opportunity, Jay, an audience with an ambassador of the Holy See of Ishgard. We are to treat with Sir Emric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights in Camp Dragonhead. It is considered a great honor to serve the Holy See directly as a Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. We would be wise to court his favor. For that reason, I consider your attendance essential. If Sir Emric wishes to meet the man behind the legend, I would not deny him the pleasure of your company. The antecedent should see the wisdom of this plan when you request her permission to accompany me to Querthus. Maybe you feel this to be a waste of your talents, which could doubtless be... The fact that the game keeps mentioning that this is a waste of my talents is very self-aware, which could doubtless be put to nobler use. If so, I should remind you that more good can be accomplished with the stroke of a pen than the thrust of a sword. Okay, let me just go ask Mommy if I can go out and play. And feel like, can I go hang out with Alfie? A meeting with an Ishgardian ambassador? By all means, I think it is a wonderful idea. We have received no reports of etheric disturbances or unusual beast tribe activity of late. If Alphino believes your presence may help him to secure more favorable terms, I see no reason to deny him. She said yes. Antecedent. I take it Jay has explained the situation. Like, as a spectator and a viewer, I feel we don't need to see these parts of story bits. He has, yet welcome though these overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with the other city-states for decades. Why reach out now? Would that I knew. The question of their motives is one which I have given no small amount of thought. Alas, I know no more than is generally known. Oh. The notoriously reclusive nation of Ishgard, situated at the center of Abalathia's spine, ruled by the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head of which presides the Archbishop. Members of the original Eorzean alliance formed in the wake of Alamigo's fall some 2 decades ago. Friends of convenience who withdrew from the alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of Silvertear Skies. Since which time their borders have remained closed to all outsiders. They have rejected every one of their former allies' call to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to their neighbors' pleas, even when the calamity loomed large. And on the fields of Cartno, where brave men and women laid down their lives in defense of the realm, their banners were conspicuously absent. The Hermit clan. I have tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the alliance at every opportunity. I have explained over and over again that unless Eorzea stands united, we cannot hope to preserve our freedom. One by one, our nations will fall, as once fell Alamigo. And what have mine efforts yielded? Why, naught. Surely this can be considered a step in the right direction. I should hope so, rather than the lowly messengers we have been fobbed off with in the past. This time we shall meet with a man of genuine influence. Of course, I am not so naive as to think that they can come to us of the goodness of their hearts. We have something they desire, though I have yet to find out what. But such is the nature of diplomacy. They will bring their agendas to the negotiation table, and so will I, along with a handful of incontrovertible truths. The Empire will soon be at our doorsteps once more. Indeed, you may be assured that I will expound upon this point and others. Let us depart for Camp Dragonhead, Jay. Our old friend Lord Hochstafant is expecting us. Since our quest to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further ingratiated yourself with the man. Excellent work. His fondness may prove useful to our cause. Anytime. from Lord Hochschaffen. Ah, Jay, ever a welcome sight. Our hearths have been stoked to blazing in preparation for your arrival. It would not do for such a distinguished personage to catch cold whilst enjoying your hospitality. The gesture is much appreciated. I fear I shall ever struggle in cold climes. Put some clothes on, Alphino. Ah, good Master Alphino, an honor as always. Likewise, Lord Hofschaffen. Forgive us yet another imposition. I fear we have relied overmuch on your aid since you generously assisted us in locating the Enterprise. Nonsense! Any debt incurred have long since been repaid. Besides, who can say what the future may bring? House Fortin may even seek the aid of your newly formed Crystal Braves. In any case, I am simply delighted that the Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries at Snowcloak helped to justify the decision. This recent resurgence in heretical activity is of grave concern to us all. Velvet says drink, everybody. And so we drink. But to the matter at hand, Sir Emmerich arrived in Camp Dragonheart earlier, and I am told he is eager to meet with you at first convenience. You are doubtless weary from your journey and desirous to rest a while by the warmth of our hearth. But if you are willing to forego such comforts, pray inform the knight stationed outside the intercessory. He will grant you entrance and send word to the other attendees. As inviting as your hearth sounds, I think it's best we proceed the intercessory forthwith. Oh, man. Oh, Blue, chill. We have been expecting you, sir. Pray take your ease inside, and I shall summon the others. To the intercessory. Let's see what the big deal is about
Have
this
faith,
boy.
my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
Nice armor.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, pretty good voice.
I am Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. Your reputation precedes you, Sir Emmerich. I think we will find that we have much in common.
You know, this is the first time I hear the name Emmerich in any other context. And it's funny, because it is the name of my son. So it is weird to hear.
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
It's not spelt that way, though. Pronounced the same way, though.
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination.
Wait, why is it awkward?
Full glad was I to learn that you would be joining us. Now then, shall we begin?
Apologies. Did I just kill all the thirst traps?
We know know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long.
It'll be interesting.
What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the primal menace. The beast tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean alliance.
Does he have blue eyes?
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
My son also has blue eyes.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare.
Such good voice acting.
As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence. Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Fortin has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
Sir Emmerich, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not. For I require something in exchange.
Your pants. That reaction fit.
Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard Sorma.
That sounds cool.
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius,
Oh, that
and
thing.
wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies.
The thing I saw earlier, right?
I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say.
Mordona.
As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
Yeah, Alfino looks so young. Is he one of those 1,000-year-old, like,
I do.
dudes?
I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards a united Eorzea.
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
Oh, didn't realize it was in Dark Souls 3. He does have an iconic voice, though. It does fit right at home at Dark Souls 3.
What is the meaning of this? The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked. It was Iceheart, my lord.
Oh, this lady. I assume it's a lady.
What? By the Fury! All our precautions were for naught?
I cannot see. Okay, let's see. Anything good here? Yeah, not really. Just when we were starting to make progress. To make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for Revenant's Toll of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of this attack. Let us speak with Lord Hoshafan, find out what he has learned. So we're half full. Not bad. My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you would be so kind as to elaborate. Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravan, bound for Revenant's Toll as it was passing through Boulders Down. 'Twas an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant, every knight was slain, every crate seized, then as quickly as they had appeared, they were gone. It would be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route, knowledge to which only a select few are privy, I presume. Quite, we can pursue that avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush should be our first concern. The trail is yet warm. We must act swiftly, as Lord Hoshafan said, lest crucial evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truth, Jay. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? An excellent idea. Inform my men of your intent upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings. Whoa, so far. You know what? It's time to change. Ugh, I always pick the wrong one. Pretty. I don't think I tried the Griffin much. Let's do the Griffin. I do like mechs. Wait, I did it wrong. I never got a flying mountain in Warcraft, so this kind of feels like finally getting that. Where was this ambush? What happened here? Move along, adventurer. There's nothing for it. Lord Hoshafan bids you speak with us. Then you must be. Beg your pardon, Scion. As you can see, they left nary a crate behind. Tipped the wagon for good measure, even. Whole thing's a bit odd, if you ask me. It would have been easier to just steal it. But a damn sight harder to conceal it, I'll allow. Reckon they came prepared, probably with wagons of their own, hidden way off. Pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof is naught but speculation. Might be as the squire receiving care at the observatorium could tell you something more factual. That is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack. Not that his presence amounts much. Hello? What have we here? What's this key for? Oh! Is this a mech? Is that a chair you flew off on? Gabriel Alpha Mount? What? Whoa! It transforms. Thank you. Oh, that's so cool. Where'd you get this? What's a SHB content? Oh. Oh, the observatorium. Oh, this freaking place. Wait, I probably missed where I was supposed to go. You've come to us about the attack, haven't you? We came upon them before the entrance to the Hall of the Seventh Echoes. Pilgrims we marked them as, lost and ill-equipped for a journey further north. Our leader called out to them and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl I thought, some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought the same, else why would it let her draw so close? They exchanged some words I couldn't hear, and she leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek. And then he sighed and crumpled to the ground. I didn't know what had happened till I saw the snow turn red. And then there was red everywhere I looked. I tried to fight, took a blow to the head, and by the time I came to, the others were dead, and the heretics were unloading the wagon. I couldn't. They'd have killed me. So I just lay there still and listened. Iceheart's people spoke of deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. Another primal. Lovely. Ah, you've returned. What news have you for us? No, I don't think so. I hope not. It seems the Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully your hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretic spoke of? Have you not read a single line of the Enchiridion, Master Alphino? Howdy, Godzilla's Thunder Thighs. How are the thighs tonight? Shiva was traitor to kith and kin, an apostate who lay down with dragons. Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Ishgardian scripture so well, particularly when it concerns the patron saints of heretics. Heretics. Wait, you say she is their patron saint? Oh no, it all makes sense now. Lord Hoshafant, what was the caravan's cargo? If I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge had requested a rather large quantity of crystals. That's getting better, Godzilla. Do you not see? Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva as a beast tribe with a primal. Why else would they go to such lengths to secure crystals? I shall inform the Lord Commander at once. Lord Hoshafant would agree that discretion is of paramount concern. Of course. I trust we can count on your continued support, Master Alphino. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to combat the primal threat. Our support is a given. I will need to send word to my brethren in Revenant's Toll. Our entire order must use its effort to the prevention of this summoning. You know, we haven't been very good at preventing summoning so far. Naturally, that includes you, though I am sure you would not miss this for the world. I gotta get up at like 6 tomorrow, so we're going to end here. And I'm really gonna try to get another stream in the next couple days, maybe as early as tomorrow. We shall see. Although, if I'm not sleeping enough tonight, I'll probably be napping tomorrow. But for anyone who's new, you want to join the Discord, here comes a link fresh off the clickies. As we organize for the big raids of next Thursday, I will see you all on next stream. And if I don't catch you then, maybe on Tuesday. Until next time, everyone, have a good night and keep it classy.